Morning. It's time to open the programs. We'll load the programs. And we'll post on the Blue Sky. We'll post on Blue Sky. Yep. Loading. Doing all the loading. Turn on my hand pose. Turn on the low lights. That's the bright lights. Turn on the low lights. And then let's place myself a little more aesthetically. Like that. Sure. And so let's see. What am I missing? I need eye facial mocap at least. At least need the face. We at least need face tracking. And then let me make sure. Do I have VTS Pog open still? I do. That way I can, that way I can hear if somebody says something. That way I can hear if somebody says something. Good morning. Proto T. Good morning to thee. Good morning to you. How's it going? Lol about the raid the other day. But, let me get comfy in my chair here. Cool, cool. Cool, cool. Very good. Good. Well, that's what it is. It happens. And, obviously, streamer comes first, Obviously, I need to turn my face light on. Yes, obviously the health and safety of the streamer comes first here on Twitch.tv. Here on Twitch.tv. It's not, I don't have anything open right now with it. Because I don't have my bot running. But let me pull up AFK-ish. I'll at least pull that up. Let me get my channel ID. It's pretty cute. Cool, cool, cool. That makes me happy to hear. 'Cause, yeah, Heat is fucking badass. Oh, look at the blocks in here. Now we got the blocks. So you can click on the blocks. But thank you. Thanks for the lurk. Appreciate it. Unfortunately, you know, I don't have any bot. My bot's not running. I don't run my bot in the morning streams. That way I can chill. Just gonna tap all the blocks once. Just tap them all once. So that way, you know, you only get to destroy them. That one seems really big. Oh, okay. It's because I'm looking at the actual program window. I'm like, oh my god, why this? But I don't see them over. Yeah. But I also have a like a screen clicking these little Tamagotchis that chat can move around the screen by clicking with their name on it and that kind of thing. And then there's on my normal stream, there's a couple of hot spots that you can click on that do stuff. Hello click, hello click. Is it not clicking? Sometimes it doesn't click. Sometimes it doesn't listen. Let me reload my window. Hello? Huh. Well, sometimes the heat extension does not work. Sometimes the heat extension doesn't send the info. Generally though, if I close and go back in, maybe it'll do it, maybe it'll work now. Nope. Whatever. Sometimes the clicking stops working. I assume because their WebSocket server the Heat WebSocket server must be overloaded or something. Unless, here, let me turn this off. Let me turn my browser blocker off. Whatever. Turn my ad blocker off. I wouldn't think that would do it. Yeah. I don't know. Well, I can't click. Hopefully the click works for y'all. Because it's not working for me. Why? Why? Computer. Why are you suddenly not able to do the thing? Computer? Computer, hello? About this one. This one might be it. Hopefully it's this one. The enhanced tracking protection. Nope, it's just not working. It's just not working. That's sad. Mostly sad because, like, I wonder if there's something that I can fix. Hello, Pix.exe. Hello, hello. Congratulations on your re-debut. Your new setup is amazingly beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, the AFK-ish has stopped working. I don't know. Yay! Thank you! Thank you for the follow! I don't have anything. I don't have my bot open. On my, I'm closing AFK-ish. There's no, unfortunately there's nothing to do any song and dance. Because I have my bot off during my morning stream. So that way my Monday stream is more exciting. But thank you. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for the follow. I'm very excited that, like, hearing that makes me so happy. Like, obviously as an artist, it's going to come out like this. I am extremely happy that, people that I think are, oh, I'm trying to emote, but my hands aren't plugged in. Let me plug my hands in. That's a fucking virtual person statement. One moment, let me plug my hands in. Let me turn my face on. Let me calibrate. Let me make sure my physics are on. Let me make sure my voice tracking is on. Let me make sure my eyes are calibrated in the right direction. But yes, it is making me super happy. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm still kind of new to it. I've still only been, I'm in my second year. I'm in my second year of being affiliated with Twitch.tv. And it's making me very happy when people that I think are super fucking cool, like, come by and they're like, hey, you're doing cool stuff. I think you're cool too. And I'm like, what? I feel like, even though obviously I'm not, I've put in a lot of work, but I still feel like I'm just a droid. I'm just a droid. Oh, I didn't mean to grab the Tamagotchi, but I did. Here's the Tamagotchi. It's like I'm just a droid in this scene full of people with multiple self-drawn PNG tubers with expensive and intricate live 2D models with, you know, 3D full scratch, 3D made by, you know, one of the populars or whatever. And I'm just here like, hey, I'm a Vroid with M-Doll nails. I'm a Vroid with M-Doll nails. But anyway, that makes me super happy. I'm super stoked that, I don't know, I'm doing something. I'm doing something. I'm doing something. People are seeing that I'm doing something. That's what I want. So it's pretty cool to get old and start to see the things that you've been doing pay dividends. You know, obviously the dividends are not cash money. But, you know, I know how to do a bunch of cool shit, and I got a cool little Tamagotchi. See, I got this cool little Tamagotchi. I got this Tamagotchi. It's got a trail on it. 'Cause I assume this will be my, this'll be the, thing that I use to transform when I do the magical girl transform. It'll be virtual pet go, and then ta-da, Jessica Pixel. Something like that. But something like that. But yeah, so yeah, I'm excited. I especially after this refreshing my textures, redoing my outfit and stuff. I'm ready for real, big time. I'm not wearing off the shelf, cause like that was one thing. It was like you know, you can't be a VTuber, but you know, just be wearing an off the shelf outfit for a couple reasons. You know, one, it's just like, you know, what, you gotta wear a custom outfit, and then second off, you know, you have to own it, so that way, you know, you can have it rendered, you can have people draw it, because you know, if you don't actually own what you look like, you know, it's a legal gray area to have people draw you if you don't own it. But I own it now because I drew it. I will still, though, forever give credit to Atlas Offline, who came up with the socks, the garters, the garter belt. Is totally stolen from a garter belt I got from Atlas Offline. Yes. Also, you do have to own your look for confidence, but I mean more so in the sense that yeah, you know, you want to be like, hello, can you draw a picture of me? You know, or I guess if for some, I have no plans to make or sell merch, but like, you know, if I was gonna sell something with my image on it, and I didn't own the outfit I was wearing, I don't own these nails, so I suppose the main thing would be, you know, if I have somebody draw me, they'll have to take creative liberties with the nails or something. Which, the nails are fucking sweet. Here, let me. I love these nails. These nails are so good. These nails are so good. Turn lights up. Oops, wrong button. Turn lights up. So these nails are fucking So good. Just like this, their super long web core. The ring finger's like, yeah, Kita, and the thumb is like totally blissed out. Oh. It's hard to get the leap motion to cooperate. Mickey Po. Hello. Good morning. Get the pet. Get the pet. Get it. There it is. Yeah, the thumb is like bliss. I mean, I suppose I could just move the camera, right? Still kind of hard to see. I see you. I don't know. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know. It's just Jessica Pixel. It's just Jessica Pixel in the morning. Mornings with Jessica Pixel. Where I just say random shit. I just say random shit. I just say stuff. But yeah, Mondays at 3. Mondays at 3. Only on Twitch is when my normal stream is, and I've got a big set. Well, I guess it's not big, it's just a set. I've got a set that we go to. It's got a bar. It's got a couch. Arm, please don't do that. Please don't do that. Yes. Thank you for coming by. Thank you. Hee hee, Popsy. I recognize Popsy, Snack Clown. Thank you for coming by. It was really cool. Especially because I think you're really cool and neat. So, you know, I'm a little gobsmacked, you know, that kind of thing. Very cool. And my confidence in a little pixely gone. Take my pills. Take my pills. 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 Pills.
How can you love me? I'm not even real.
How can you love me? You can't fall in love with a dream. What is this dramatic bullshit on the radio? What is this dramatic bullshit on the Vaporwave radio? I like this layout. I think it's kind of funny. It's a funny juxtaposition to the normal view. I think this one might be my favorite. Um, what about the... Don't I have this in blue as well? How do we feel about blue? I don't know, I think pink was better. I think pink is cuter. I think pink looks better with with the blue to counter the blue versus to double up on the blue. So we took our pills. We took our two 100 milligram Zoloft's generics. We took our 2 milligram Abilify generics. We took our, well, last night we took our Guanfacine. We took our Intuniv generic. Took that last night. Only took one. Normally I take two, but there was only one left in the pill bottle. I still have another bottle of them. I just didn't want to get the bottle and take the extra one for the ADHD med because it doesn't mess me up as bad if I, don't have the whole dose or whatever compared to my antidepressants. Let's look at Booth. I was going to, is this my display capture? Yeah. So I was looking through Booth. So let me get my Booth window back over here. I was doing my morning Booth. My morning Booth look. My morning Booth peruse. So let's continue and see if there's anything cool. See what else. See if there's anything cool on the thing today. Got like a bunch of poses for big boobs. Apparently there's a couple of free ones in there, so we'll download it. Let's see, what do we got? What do we got? Anything? Anything? Freud swimsuit. It's kind of cute. Some kind of like evil monster textures. Halos are very popular. This Roid is being sold for $15. I wonder if anybody actually sells, like when they make these drag and drop Roids and then put them on Booth for $15. I wonder if anybody actually buys them. Because like just because it's on Booth doesn't mean that anyone's actually buying it. Because like, why would you pay $15 for a Vroid model made with prefab with the included textures? There's no way anybody's buying a Vroid model for $15. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe. Always be chatting. But I don't, it's not that easy to just be chatting. Crab set. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Fucking body parts so you can be a crab. DIY pacifier kit. Kabuto Mushi. For mommy friends.
The current local radar showing any precipitation in your area. The intensity is indicated by the color code at the top.
Alright. And that's got me caught up on 3D. Because I do be coming in here and look at the 3D every day. Look at it every day, sometimes more than once a day. Sometimes I'll come in here twice a day, beginning of the day, end of the day. Let's see what's in the materials. See if there's any cool materials to download. With these broken wings, I'm so baby, broken wings. These broken as if we take these broken wings. Alright, well, I think I'm reaching the end of the materials. I don't think there's only the 2 pages of new materials since yesterday. So let's see what we opened. We open this because it's got some poses in here that are free. We'll take those 5 free poses. And then I generally take a screenshot of the stuff I download to keep a record of the stuff I've got downloaded. basically. Duh. That's why. Now this is funny. Somebody has made a lion in Droid. Where the back half is hair. This is definitely something. And then this was one that had a morning stream and a free talk, so we're downloading this in like get the light blue maybe. Get it in light blue. Save that here to the stream graphics and then bookmark it so that way I can find it easy later to put the credit on it. And that's all for that one. I believe that's it. Let's go see, was there anything, let's go look at Blue Sky. Oh my goodness. 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 Amy O has posted the snail and it is too good. This is so adorable. Thank you, Amy O. This is too good. Put it in my art folder. Oh my god. So this is my mascot. This is my mascot. It's perfect. It's adorable. How fun. How cute. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But this is my pet. His name is Clyde. Clyde the snail. And there he is. I'm so happy with it. And I plan to eventually model it. What's up, Lucid Calico? I like how you just like boop 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 boop. I'm here. Yep, up, here. What's up? How's it going? Oh, let me think. Are we Blue Sky mutuals? Are we Blue Sky? You follow me. I don't follow you. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay. I remember seeing that. Okay. Sure. Hit you with the follow back. Hit you with the follow back. Because I did see this post. I remember seeing this one. But like I didn't. It wasn't just like, oh, I'm just gonna follow a person because I like one post. But you know, if you are gonna bother to interact with me, cool. What's up? But welcome to the stream, Lucid Calico. Thank you. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for your follow. And oh my god, the snail, the snail, the snail, the snail, the snail, the snail, the snail. Oh my goodness. So cute, so cute, so cute, so cute, so cute. I'm dying. There's my dead button. I'm dying. I'm dead. It's kind of floating out here in the void. Dead. From the cuteness. That's pretty funny, I think. But cool. Nice. The snail, the snail, the snail. Yeah, on my roadmap, like this year, was to develop a pet, since that's one of the things that VTubers are supposed to have. Ooh, that's what I want to do. That'd be a fun activity. A fun activity. Let's get the list out here. And let's put it over here. And let me get the text document out. Because, I don't know, I'm going to make a list of all of the things. We're going to make a list of all of the accoutrements. All of the stuff that you're supposed to have, right, as a VTuber. If you're a VTuber, what are you supposed to have? You're supposed to have a model. You're supposed to have a logo. You need a tiling pattern. You need a color palette. You need custom overlays. You need a mouse cursor. You need an acrylic standee. You need a cardboard standee. Um, you need a pet slash chat mascot. You need a jingle. You need a short stemplate. You need a beverage. You need the beverage mix, beverage powder sponsor. You need the cup, shaker cup. You need the boob mouse pad. You need the desk mat slash card mat. You need a manager. What other items are you supposed to have? I'll like open VGen. Let's see. So you need to have, so by model, we're gonna break this down. You're supposed to have a live 2D, a 3D, and a PNG. Gotta have all three. Also include in there, well, right after, you gotta have a Fugi. You need a Fugi reactive. We'll like put this on this line because I've got limited lines here. You need logo, overlays, stingers, stringer. You need to do you need an oodaloid, you need an utau. The shaker cup, the boob mouse pad, the mat, the candle, the what other of those bullshit things? Here's the style on this, so I can make the font smaller. Okay, that's a little better. Alright, so what else? What other things are, is the average VTuber supposed to have? What are you supposed to have? What other things are you supposed to have? Logo branding. Put that with that. what are the traditional merch? Standee, the I want to put like a Checky, but that's not really a, at least not in the West. We don't do that. Bromides. Well, I'll just put it, I'll put bromide. A bromide. I suppose we could just like open VGen. I'll just open VGen and look at the categories and see if we've missed anything. Well, you definitely need art. You need art. Oh, you need the eye banner. You need the eye banner. Let's see. So let's go to stream assets. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, Twitch panels. You need Twitch panels. You need a schedule. You need Twitch panels, you need a schedule template. You need emotes. You know, you need your profile picture. You need the profile picture and banner, profile header. Twitch panels. What else? What other things? Do people really need business cards? I feel like VTubers don't do business cards. Big, like, not like they do, you know, emotes and Twitch panels. Yes, because it's like, what do you need a card for? I ain't gonna lie, you know, I designed, put together a business card that I, you know, would eventually hand out if I were to like go to a debut trailer. A model reveal graphic. Where'd it go? Why'd my why'd my to-do list die? There it goes. Okay. But yeah, I'm trying to think of what are all of the things that you're expected to have as a VTuber. I've got Stinger on there. The debut trailer, the model reveal graphic. Sub and bit badges. bit badges. Alert. Alerts. You need a you need your custom Mario 64 avatar. Etc. Yeah, you need to have your model in Gmod. My list is growing too long for the image that it's on. You gotta have a Daki. You're supposed to have a Daki Makara. You gotta have a starting soon screen. You gotta have a starting soon and an ending screen. You need a frame. You need that frame. You need the webcam frame. You need the webcam frame. You need the webcam frame. You need the subathon graphic and widget. You need that subathon widget that everybody's got. Which vape cart? Which vape cart? This vape cart? Not that you can see it. Actually, that would be a funny Photoshop idea, actually. To Photoshop a pixel puff, something like that. Maybe give it a little more thought so it'd be a little more clever. Alright, let's go to another section. Branding and graphics. I did say logo. We've got the logo, we've got the banner. Where's the model reveal, the debut trailer? We also need a showcase video. Model showcase video. Well, my VGen suddenly like stopped working, so. Stream assets. Do you need a custom throwable? Like one that's the pet, or a chibi version of yourself? Ah, you need a makeshift plush. Need a makeshift plush. What other? What else? What else? What other items go in this list? Which honestly, I'm gonna like remake. I'm gonna just make it a text. Oh, I can read from a file actually. That'll be perfect. Copy. Paste. Save. There we go. Why isn't it, show me all of the lines? Okay, is it not? How can I make all of the text be there? It is getting cut off. Bounding. Scale to the inner bounds. No, scale to the height of the bounds. But that's not doing it either. Because the text is much longer than that. I guess put a scroll on it. That's not doing it either. How can I make this do what I want it to do? Like why, after manager it just kind of like cuts off instead of continuing. I don't understand. Do I need to do the text extents? I bet if I change the font size, maybe that'll help. Maybe. Okay. Is it actually showing all of them now? Yes. Okay. Alright, we'll put it under the chatting. Alright, so what other things are you supposed to have? What other things are you supposed to have as a VTuber? What are you supposed to have? Flipping through the VGen to see what's being offered. You need a Minecraft skin. You need a Minecraft skin. Here, let me put something at the top of the list. That way I know when the list repeats. You need, alright, as far as models I added, you're supposed to have a live 2D, you're supposed to have a 3D model, you're supposed to have a PNG in like one of the more complex PNG softwares, like PNG Tuber plus Rahi Tuber. And then you're also supposed to have a Fuji, you're supposed to have a Fuji Tech, you know, Discord Fuji Tech thing. And you're also supposed to have a Chibi avatar. You're also supposed to have a Scuffed avatar. I'm not even going to touch on the toggles. Like, that's another one. What are the toggles that you're supposed to have? But that's like a whole nother list. So what else? What else? What things do people release like monthly? Oh, okay, you need a keychain. Um, you need you need a cosplay. You need a cosplay of your dude. Um, what else? You're supposed to have stickers that you can hand out at a convention. What other normal merch? What other merch do people usually have? The mouse pad, the wall scroll. Surely there's something else. Surely there's more. Alright, well let's look on Blue Sky and go see what people are posting on the Blue Sky, and then that will probably make me think of some other ones. I did say the boob mouse pad, I said the mouse cursor. You need a wallpaper. Engine. You need a wallpaper engine. Wallpaper. Not just a wallpaper, but wallpaper engine. What else? What else? What else? Do. I want to read that post later. It is Wednesday, my dudes. I didn't quite realize it's Wednesday. My days of the week just kind of bleed together. You gotta have a hashtag. For art, NSFW, for memes. What else? What else are you supposed to have? Did I say, music? A jingle? Yeah. Jingle in your, your background music and your BGM. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What other things are you supposed to have as a VTuber? Da ba 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 ba. I am usually awake. I wake up at like 7. The drugs make it. The drugs make it so that way I cannot sleep in. Like, yeah, I wish I could sleep in, but I can't. Like, I wake up and my brain is immediately like, get out of bed, get out of bed. Get up, go do stuff. Even though I'll probably end up needing to take a nap. Like, during the day I'll need to take a nap or something. We do a little posting. But we're also, this morning we're brainstorming all of the various things that you're supposed to have. But how about VShojo? Let me pull up their website. They haven't taken Kason off. Even though like she literally quit yesterday, day before. In the span of a year, I mean that's what it sounds like happened, right? Cause like last I saw yesterday, I saw the dude's Twitter silence. The guy that is a co-founder, you know, atted him like, yo dude, what the fuck? Yeah. But how funny. It will be interesting to see what happens to the opinions of corporate VTubing in general. Perhaps this may actually get more eyes on VTubing and maybe get more people interested if there's actually some bad stuff, if there's actually something interesting happening. But like, what's funny is because the average VTuber is so broke-brained on someday being picked up by a corporation, like a major corporation. I saw way too many posts. I should see 0 posts. I probably saw maybe 5 or 6 different posts on the feed after all this that were like, oh, I got rejected by VShojo, but I'm glad now. I'm glad I applied to VShojo and they rejected me, but I'm glad. I'm glad now. I'm glad they rejected me. The amount of sour grapesing is really sad, even from a couple of people that I wouldn't have thought. Not that I know too many people, but you know, I see the timeline and I see people's posts, and there's some people that I wouldn't think would be broke brain like that, where they think they have a chance to get picked up by one of, you know, the biggest. You know, that's like playing baseball as a hobby, even if you're pretty good. That's like playing baseball as a hobby in your 30s and thinking that a professional baseball team will pick you up when you're groomed into those kind of positions. You know, sports, you get recruited. When you're young. Same with all the media. You get recruited because you have something that can be taken advantage of. But what is funny, and what I think, my prediction, everybody's got their predictions. Oh, everybody's got their hat in the ring, right? For something that has nothing to do with any of us other than the fact that, you know, it's our medium. So that's why I think it's at least interesting and worth talking about, because, you know, it's metaverse related. And I love the metaverse. The good and the bad. But I can definitely see Homeboy taking the money. There probably will be some kind of legal something that would happen, because, you know, if a charity is out $500,000, you know, I could see if they signed some sort of papers, you know, that said that they actually got to pay it up, then, you know, they're going to have to pay. And I don't think you're going to be able to hide. Yes. Exactly that. If you're going to be at the top, you're not going to get picked. You're not going to just be a regular person and get picked. You have to nepotism in. You have to already have money. You have to know somebody who knows somebody. You have to be a professional in some other field. You got to be a professional something else already. Like the most successful VTubers, even the ones that I look up to and stuff, are actually artists in their day job, you know, are actually cartoonists, animators in their day job, you know, where I answer phones as a day job. So, but the delusion, the amount of delulu, come on, people. And then also, like, why? Why shoot higher? But Oh yeah, I didn't really finish my first sentence. That the dude very well could take whatever money, pay whatever he has to pay, because obviously it's more than just the 500,000 in donations, since the donation money and people haven't gotten paid and blah blah blah. So maybe he flew a little too close to the sun. Thought, ooh, maybe I can get away with taking the charity money. So I could see him not getting away with the charity money, but he'll still get away with the other funds that are owed to the whoever. And we'll just lay low for a couple months, a year, and then come back up and not even have to change names. Not even change names, still be VShojo. And out of the couple of talents that just recently would have been hired, like there's a couple of them that quit preemptively. But like the VShojo will just continue with whoever doesn't leave, whoever out of the new crew decides to stay, and plenty of people will still join. They don't care. They don't care that the CEO embezzled, $500,000 in donation funds. They want to be on VShojo. They want to be, but this is the thing. This is the thing, though. Why do they want to be on VShojo? Because Iron Mouse is there? Because Michi Mochi V is there? Like, because their Oshi is there? Or because it's VShojo? Something about that company? Or just because it is a big and popular enough company that it's... Because there's only a couple. You'd have to tell me what other ones there are, because I don't really know. I know VShojo, I know Hololive, V-Allure, I think. V-Allure is one. That's it. That's all I know as far as the corpos. Because honestly, it doesn't matter. There's nothing. I don't get it. What does the viewer get from the average corporate VTuber stream? Where, like, the difference between watching regular television and live streaming is that, it's live, it's a real person, you get to interact, maybe you get to know each other, that kind of thing. But with these streams that have thousands of people, what's, like, outside of like an event, like if they're doing like a concert, if they're doing some kind of one-off thing, I could understand just sitting and watching, and I don't know, that somebody with more VTuber knowledge will have to let me know why. Unless it's just that everyone is that. Yes, that, I think when I'm saying the streamers like that, I just mean VTubers. Cause like, of the flesh streamers, they actually like go out places and go and joke and stuff. Germa especially goes above and beyond with his antics. um, to the like I don't know anything about streamers. I don't watch Flesh streamers. I only know a couple names. I do recognize Vinesauce, Germa, Jacksepticeye is maybe he's a YouTuber, not really a streamer. I just know that name and it's awful to me. But yeah, I don't watch streamers, and I don't understand, at least in the VTuber sphere, because I don't know, I think VTubing is a little different than Flesh tubing, where the average VTuber is trying to do a little more visually or something. I don't know. I'm just talking out my ass. 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 I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I was shaking my butt. My flat roid butt. Because I was talking out my ass. Because I was talking out my ass. Talking out my ass. I was talking out my ass. So what are the other things that you're supposed to have as a VTuber? No, this is a list of all of the things that you're supposed to have when you're a VTuber. You need to have a key art. You need to have an idol signature. But yes, this is a list I'm putting together of all of the things you're supposed to have when you're a VTuber. You need to have a card website. Just the general zeitgeist. This is just a general. This is not like a literal. This is not a literal you have to have. This is kind of a little bit tongue-in-cheek. 'Cause I'm kind of making fun of the fact that In VTubing, you're expected to have a bunch of things. You know, expected to isn't really the right word. But these are just like the kinds of things that you usually have when you're a VTuber, or things that people aspire to have as a VTuber. And the more I think about it, the more I'm coming up with things that, well, yeah, there really is a big list. There's a big list of things that VTubers want to have. And not that it's not necessarily a bad thing. Not necessarily a bad thing. But it is a fact that VTubing is very consumerism. Now, the actual act of commissioning someone to make you something is cool. There's nothing, you can consume that. That's like the only ethical consumption, is to buy art from an artist. You know, of course, that artist does have to make the art out of something, and that something will not be without its problem. You know, manufacturing, or taking from nature, or exploitation, or material quality, or popping my arms and my left arm. Ow, crack. Sore. My shoulders, my neck and shoulders hurt always. Always. So what other things? What other items are we supposed to have? And can I maybe make the text bigger? Can I maybe go back up to 256? Or is it just like too big as that? No, it fits. Okay, good. Okay. It can't be that tall. Hehe. I like your dude's dead. Oh no. He's dead. So what about like 100? Yeah.
Reno 18. Otra forma de sentir el arte. Inside each Mitsubishi Blue Diamond television set is this. The new CRT. A technical breakthrough that gives your picture perfect color. And speaking of color, the addition of the exclusive Mitsubishi Blue faceplate means the reduction of distracting external light rays. The Mitsubishi Blue Diamond. You could say it's bringing back color.
Okay. That's better. So these are like the things that you're supposed to have. You're supposed to have a bunch of different things for like branding reasons for character recognition. Yeah, you know boob mouse pads, right? You know the boob mouse pad. What other things do VTubers have? What other items do they have made? Got the makeshift plush. We'll put comma Fumo. We'll put Fumo in there. Power. Beverage powder. Let's see. So yeah, like you're supposed to have lots of stuff. You're supposed to have lots of branding. What other merch? The standee. The other merch is like t-shirt, hoodie, sweatpants, tote bag. Yeah, ball cap. Yeah, I got that in there. Where everybody's gotta have the waifu cup. You gotta have the waifu cup. You gotta have the beverage, the beverage powder, the beverage mix, sponsorship. You gotta have that. And then, you know, when you have your waifu wears sponsorship, that's when you can, that's where you sell the Dakimakuras. That's where you sell the pillows. And the boob mouse pad. The desk mats. It's very much in the same line. It's very much in the same kind of thing where you do have a logo, where you do have branding. You gotta have a Discord server. You gotta have a Discord server. You gotta have a coffee. A VGen. And a BS. A what? And a... Ooh, you gotta have an LLC. You gotta have an LLC. You gotta have an LLC. Oh yes, yes, yes. You do need to have all the social medias. Every social media. And that's actually, I'm gonna put it next to the card. Because on your card, you'll link all your social media. But like, what's funny, tax purposes. Tax purposes? What tax purposes? What tax purposes? What money? Like, it's amazing to me. The fact that, yes, you have to have money. And if you have money, then you can get more money. You can keep, if you have more money, you get to keep more of your money. And it costs $100 to get an LLC to begin with. But imagine getting an LLC for your hobby because you make enough money off of it, you make enough purchases for it that you can file taxes on it. I am not. Did I get paid? Yes, I did get paid once by Twitch last year before was counted in last year's taxes? I don't know. I am not paying any taxes on the money that Twitch has given me. They've given me like $55. But at the end of this month, at the end of July, I'm getting a second payment. My second payout. My second payout is here. My second payout. It only took 6 months. But I made another $50. Yes. It takes a while. Twitch's Twitch's minimum is $50. And the last time I got that was in January. So, I mean, that's cool. If I can get $50 out of this every 6 months for doing this, you know, it's whatever. I do miss 1-7 Live. That's kind of why it's been fun to do these morning streams. Man, the snail is so cute. His little face, his little mouth. But, y'all got any plans today? Y'all doing anything? I think I'm going into town. I had to read that twice. Yeah, you're up kind of early. But that's kind of fun. It's definitely fun to, you know, try and make stuff in Blender. But yeah, I double taked. Because I saw cat. I saw my cat Blender. I'm like, what? What? That's... In the metaverse, it's normal. In the metaverse, it's normal to make your cat in Blender. If you were to say that to somebody at like the grocery store, they might be like, "You're doing what with your cat? Do I need to call the police?" Yeah, that's what I was like. My brain first was like, yes, I'm putting my cat in a blender. But like, the check was like, there's no way. There's no way a person is going to admit to, I don't know, is that a felony? Like, is that like felonious abuse of an animal? But like I was like, what? But then yes, because obviously you're not actually putting your bonsai kit. Is there a good? There's got is where's the web page? Is it not even? Is the web page gone? Is it still around? Let's see. No. Fuck. Alright, well, Bonsai Kitten's gone. I knew someone who had one. It wasn't in very good shape though. Like, I don't think they put the, they did the sealing of the asshole right, because it was there, it had a bunch of urine in the bottom. So I was kind of iffy on the Bonsai Kitten thing, the idea after I saw that one, because like I had seen one that looked healthy. It had a real cool shape. Um, it was square. But that one, you know, was clean and soft. But somebody that I knew had one that they were working on, and it didn't look good. So like maybe it's, you know, maybe once they're done, then they kind of look a little nicer. But yeah, for the couple of years that they are growing, did you grow yours? Like did you get like a little kitten and bonsai it, or did you like did you get one from like a bonsai kitten horticulturalist? Cool. What kind of shape? That sounds. What kind of shape was it? Sounds like a. You know, the ones that I saw a cube one. I think the other one was a cube too. Just 'cause it's easy. But yeah. Yeah, Tyler, are you familiar with bonsai kittens? If you're awake? Bonsai kittens. Bonsai kittens are one of the first times online that I was concerned. I was concerned. Okay, so you know bonsai trees? So you know how bonsai trees where you can like get a tree and you can like shape it. You can like force it into a shape so that way when it grows it's the shape. Well, you can do that with kittens too. You can also do that with kittens. Their bones are soft and malleable like that. So there's this ancient art of bonsai kittens where you get a new kitten. There's a little bit of prep that you have to do where you have to take some super glue and close up their butthole, and then you get a container, you know, usually people do like a square or a round container just because it's easy. But you get a square container or whatever, and you put the cat in there and you seal it up. In the corner, you'll want to cut um, some holes in the, like where the face is, that way the cat can get food and water as they grow into the size of the container. And because the kittens have soft bones, then they'll grow and then be in the shape of the container. So then once, once the cat has reached maturity, what's up? I'm still Aaron. How's it going? What's up? We're talking about bonsai kittens. So then once the cat has reached maturity, bones have hardened, the cat will retain the shape of the container. So then you'll have a cube. You'll have a cat that's like a cube. And then you just kind of gently break the glass to get the cat out of the cube once they're grown. And then you have a cat that's a cube. The same way that with normal bonsai you can do more advanced shapes. There are some more advanced type shapes that you can do with a bonsai kitten. Sometimes with things with like a wave pattern, or like something that's like a dog shape to be funny. Yes. Exactly that. But no, bonsai kitten is not real. But when it came out and I first saw it, it took me a while. Like when you go in number 3. You see those pictures of like an exploded toilet, and it's like, just did number 3. K-tense. Yeah, you know, you can download more RAM. There's good snooze. You can download more RAM to make your computer go faster. There are web pages. There are web pages where you can download more RAM. Trust me, I know, I'm a computer. Trust me, I'm a computer. It was named after me. I didn't invent it though. But I was there, and everybody else's name was like Smith or Jones. But I was just like there, because I was just hanging out. And they were like, can we use your name? I'm like, really? Mine? I guess. So, I didn't invent it. It is named after me, though. I think I'm gonna pop the window and hit the actual vape. Because I might, like I said earlier, I might be going into town. But that won't be until like 2 o'clock. Oh, good. I can have the follow on and still have it. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Okay. That works better than I thought. That's better than I thought. Then I can do this and it will still be on my face. It'll still be on my lovely face. Yeah. Alright, I gotta stand up. So that I guess then I can undo the camera. So that way when I go over here I'll like walk over here. Open the window and then we need to go over here. To the window, to the wall. That way we can turn on the fan. I don't think I had the vape plugged in. The main thing with the zoom is to make sure that Ahoge stays in view. If you have an Ahoge, do not disrespect your Ahoge. Make sure it's not getting clipped. Make sure it's not getting cut off by your frame. Respect that, Ahoge. Now, let me plug the vape in. And, yeah, let's get the vape in here. But, have fun with the ads. See you back here in a couple minutes if you have to look at the ads. You know, that's why I have $50 coming to me at the end of July. 'Cause y'all watch the ads for me. Snail. I'm so happy. It's so cute. Oh, my shoulder is bad. My mouse arm. It's because my seat is not ergonomic. I'm not up high enough. My chair needs to be a little taller. Or my desk needs to be a little lower. Alright, let's get a little dab of slime here. Get a little chunk of the good goo. Got a chunk of the good goo. Turn the vape on. Double tap to start the vape. We'll try to think if there's any other items that VTubers are supposed to have. I couldn't talk because I was breathing in weed air. But yeah, got it on there. I assume you meant cologne with the slash and not collage, because I don't. You didn't mean like collage or something. I'm pretty sure you would have meant cologne. Stream Deck buttons. Stream Deck theme. On the faceplate. And then that goes with the aesthetic keyboard desk setup. throne.
The regional forecast.
Got cursor on there, yeah.
Your local radar showing any precipitation and its movement during the past 90 minutes. Intensity is indicated by the color code at the top of the screen.
Oh, I should, there. Get a smoke video in here. So there's more smoke. But like, you know, just in here. Just here in the phone where I'm at. The body pillows. The body pillows where they're, you know, usually wearing more clothes on the front and laying on their back. And then on the back of the pillow, they're usually like laying on their back and then wearing less clothes. Something like that. But the body pillow. Anime body pillow. A dacky. Oh, you gotta have a check-in, redeem. gotta have a Streamloots cards. Which is something I want to look into because I like mechanics. I would like to find out more about what that is, what those do. See how many, because if it's a mechanic, if it does something, I would like to know what it is and have access to it on my stream. You gotta have a custom stream avatar. You gotta have an Archipelago server. And you know, an SMP. I mean, survival multiplayer, yeah. Need to have a Minecraft SMP. Which is separate from having to have a skin. I don't know. That's a good question. At least, I mean, because that's true. Here, they don't yet. They're not to toothbrush level yet. That's a good way to put it. That's when you know you've really made it. If you go on a toothbrush. If you go on an actual disposable. When they're printing you on napkins. Like any of the IPs that you would see in the party supply aisle. I wonder, in Japan, first off, do they have a party supply aisle? If they do have a party supply aisle, can I get the only one I can name is Korone, the dog girl. I don't know her whole name. But like, can you get paper plates and napkins and cups in her likeness? What else? What other merch? The cup. You need lore? You need a P.O. box. I don't know what's wrong with my... Why is my blinking? Over blinking. I need to adjust my eyes still. It's alright, whatever. Alright. Tab completed. Drink a little bit of this. I've got some Clear American Rainbow Fusion. Lemon, orange, grape, strawberry, and lime flavored sparkling beverage with other natural flavors. So it's Skittles. Skittles sugar water, but like fake sugar, so no sugar. One of those ones that's 0 calories if you have a serving, but if you have the whole bottle, it's 10 calories. What other things do you need? What other things are you supposed to have? Inspect my avatar. I could still shave a little more off of the top of the hair base. I mean the sides of the hair base. Some more of the sides of the hair base need to come off. Like right here. Well, you can't really tell because it's kind of small, but you can see part of the hair base there still. But, that's alright. It's not like you'd notice. Also reminds me, like, I don't have a... Ooh, I'm putting it on the list. I'm putting it on the list. A bald redeem. But that's starting to get into toggles. Which, you know, I very well may as well just add toggles too. So I'm gonna do this. Where, put toggles under here. So you need the bald redeem. You need the little steppies. You need a tablet. The tracking. You need the forward lean. You need to walk. Holding. Mascot. Custom. Controller, tablet, pen. Pen. The neck face. What are like the not so obvious, but like obvious, but like everybody's gotta have toggle. 'Cause like waving, you know, obviously waving, having a coffee, you know, having a cigarette. But, you know, that's kind of like every model's gonna have that, but what's the iconic? Which is why I'm saying, like, holding the mascot. And then, yes, everyone's going to be holding a controller, but the interesting part is that everybody has to have a custom controller. Tablet, pen. I'll put it up in the normal stuff. You gotta have a bedroom scene. You gotta have a bedroom scene. You gotta have, you know, just chatting scene. You need the 90-degree face turn. What do 3D people want? Squash and stretch. AR kit. Which actually, both 2D and 3D people. Both 2D and 3D people need AR kit. So I'll put ARKit slash V Bridger. Bridger. 3D people, what do you need? You need a 3D set. In Warudo. Because it does seem like everybody is going to Warudo. It does look like Warudo might win out in like in the money scene where there's money. You know, like the people that purchase Nilotune. Oh, that's... You gotta have the Nilotune shader or whatever. I think that's what it's called. Really? Okay. You know, you gotta have Warudo Pro. I can only assume that maybe Warudo is easier to set up and then hand to someone to use versus VNAN. But I don't know, not really. So I'm not... I mean, Warudo makes sense as to why it's gaining traction because of Steam. Because of Steam. Steam integration is cool. And VNAN is still very, you gotta get in there with it on your hands and knees and dig in the dirt and do it yourself. Which is fine, because that's what I like to do. You gotta have the eye jiggle. I'm gonna put that under... I'll put it in this section. You gotta have the eye jiggle. I guess like what I'm thinking of is like the meta. What's the meta? What are the things that you need to take into consideration if you want to do the VTuber meta? If you want to play the meta game that is VTubing. I would really like to get my the iris size to do what I want it to, but whatever. Whatever. Let's see, what else? You need an MMD. You need an MMD version. You need a Miku Miku Dance version of your model. Duh, you need a ref sheet. You need a pinned post. Yeah. What?
My future girlfriend, this is what I sound like.
All right. What else? What else do VTubers? What else are they supposed to have? Let's read through the current list. You're supposed to have a live 2D model, a 3D model. You're supposed to have a PNG, like an advanced PNG. You're supposed to have a Discord reactive Fugitech, simple PNG. You're supposed to have a chibi version of yourself in all of these. You know, a regular version, a chibi version, a scuffed version.
Future girlfriend.
Generally a version of whatever game you're playing. You gotta have your model in VR chat. You gotta have a logo. You gotta have branding. You know, you gotta have the graphics that you use on your social media posts, on your website, all those kinds of things unified in a, you know, certain way. You're supposed to have that. You're supposed to have the eye banner. You're supposed to commission somebody to draw your eyes close up. And then you generally use that as your header on your social media. You're supposed to have a tiling pattern. Usually, I think the pattern usually will either, it'll definitely reference your color palette, it might reference your mascot. If you've got a symbol, like how I've got the badge with the 3 squares, you know, if you've got something like that, it'll reference that. You know, and then it either scrolls slowly, or it has a couple pieces that wiggle. And then you'll have that in a couple different colorways. You do have to have your established color palette. These are the hex codes. Maybe even this is the Pantone whatever of my character. You have to have custom overlays that all match, that are themed. You gotta have stingers. You gotta have the custom stinger that has your logo. You gotta have the custom stinger that has your character coming up from the top and going wah, and then it going to the next scene. You gotta have the custom mouse cursor, the custom pixel art mouse cursor. That way, you know, when you're showing your desktop, you've got a cute mouse cursor. You're supposed to have an acrylic standee, you know, that way people can put you on their desk, or they can take pictures of you next to their lunch, etc. You're supposed to have the big cardboard standee, that way people can take pictures with you at conventions. You're supposed to either have, some people have multiple, but you're supposed to have some kind of creature, minion, object, some sort of entity that you have control over. Either like direct control over, or just like you puppeteer it. You know, like literal control. You know, as in then when you're playing your character, the object has control, but you're playing both roles. So like you have to have that object that represents chat, or that's a pet, or that's the text to speech, or that's your AI driven celebrity impersonator bot or whatever. You gotta have a jingle. Not so much I want a jingle. But people do have background music, so a custom background music loop. You need a template for your shorts. You know, that end with like your picture, or like the kind of shorts that have like the circle at the top that have your face with the rest of the game in the bottom part. But you gotta make templates for that. And you're supposed to, you know, that way you've got some cohesiveness in your visual language as a brand or whatever. You gotta have the gamer subs. You gotta have the gamer sub sponsorship. They all are named the same. They all sell the same stuff. I don't know which is the good ones or which is the bad ones. The joke is they're all bad. You know, health aside, it's just bottom of the barrel, like schlock marketing. You know, whatever. But you're supposed to have the powder. You're supposed to have the custom flavor powder. You're supposed to have the shaker cup to drink the powder out of. You know, that has your picture on it. You're supposed to have the boob mouse pad if you're on the lewd side. Obviously CISO. Say so types, you know, aren't usually gonna have a boob mouse pad, but they might have a desk mat. You know, you gotta have the desk mat with art on it, to put your keyboard on, to put your mouse on. You gotta have a candle. The reason you have a candle is because you are desperate to have merchandise, and you can't get accepted by the beverage powder sponsor, where you're so desperate to say that you are sponsored or whatever. You're so desperate to have that, to have a code. You're so desperate to have a plug pixel into the coupon code slot at checkout for 10% off your order. People are so desperate for that they'll partner with some place that just makes candles. You're supposed to have a manager, which is amazing. Like, who's got money for that? For who's got manager money? You're supposed to have a UTAU. You're supposed to have a voice bank set up so that way you and your friends can easily make content derogatory. So you can make videos and stuff easily. You're supposed to have promotional imagery or bromides. Budomides. Budomido. You gotta have custom Twitch panels. That was pretty simple. You're supposed to have a fancy schedule template. You know, generally one that shows the whole week. Has the days that you're not streaming set to sleeping, recharging, and there's a spot for art. And you know, Monday all the schedules go up. You gotta have emotes. If you're affiliated with Twitch.tv, if you have a Discord, if you post on social media, you're supposed to have emotes. If you're real fancy, you have animated emotes. A lot of emotes are of people like all emotes are memes. Emotes are a mimetic device. But even within emotes, it could be broken down into like, you gotta have the lick, you gotta have the step on, you gotta have the gecko blink, you gotta have the Pedro, you gotta have the yippee, you gotta have the... Anyway, you get it, ETC. Even within the emote category, there's a ton of emotes that you're supposed to have. Again, don't forget, I'm not ascribing value, cause I like a lot of this stuff. But you gotta have emotes. You gotta have a fancy profile picture and a header. You know, that you usually will credit in your profile. The header is usually the eye banner. The header is usually the eye banner that we mentioned earlier. But, you know, the profile picture will probably be like a crop of your most recent or your most favorite commission. You don't have to have a business card. I mean, obviously, if you're in the convention circuit in some way, but I don't know, maybe that's just me. But I have recently hopped on the business card bandwagon. I would like to design a couple. That way, should I ever have a reason to go to an event, I could hand them out. You gotta have a debut trailer. You know, you gotta have a... She's ready to pixelate your life. Are you ready for a new Pixel Persona? New emotes, new layout, new model, new everything. The Pixel Palace is waiting for you. June 27, 2027, 7 p.m. Twitch.tv/this is my username. And the music's bop, wah, wah, boop, bop, wah, wah, boop, bop, wah, wah, boop, bop, wah, wah. So not only do you need that debut trailer, you also need a showcase video to show off all of your toggles and your physics. Also related, you need a model reveal graphic series of graphics. You need a model reveal series of graphics that then you post on social media, request likes and reblobs, and then reveal more of the model. You gotta have subscriber badges, you gotta have bit badges, you gotta have channel point icons. You gotta have sub badges, bit badges, channel point icons. There's probably some other ones that I don't mess with enough that I don't know. You gotta have custom animated alerts. You know, either with like a chibi version of your character or the mascot, or like maybe like jumping up and down. So your boobies bounce or something. Like that kind of shit. You gotta have the custom model for Mario 64. You know, whatever other games that people play and a mod. You gotta have your custom character made for that. You gotta have your model in Gmod. You gotta get somebody to do the needful for you and put you in Gmod. You gotta have a Daki. You're supposed to have a Daki. That way people can sleep with you. You gotta have custom starting and ending screens. If you don't have, cause some people will have a starting soon screen that shows their fan art, that shows off their art. Some people will have a large starting soon splash graphic that's animated, usually kind of something like that. And maybe something like that for the ending. You gotta have a webcam frame. You gotta have the frame. You gotta be framed in the webcam. I like that meta right now. I do like the webcam frame meta. I think it's pretty cool. You gotta have that one subathon widget And then you gotta have the graphic that says what all the incentives are, what all the unlocks are. You gotta have a custom throwable, either for, you know, your 3D program of choice or tits. Usually, like, you know, your mascot, whatever your, if you, or, you know, if you have an object instead of a mascot. You gotta have a makeshift plush. This is the one that makes me the most mad. The one I like the least. Is that, where does makeshift make their ship? How much are they paid? That information is not available. I mean, of course it's not like that kind of information is available on American soil manufacturing. You know, it's not like me as a consumer can just like walk up to a Pepsi bottling plant or a Heinz distributor and be like, hello, tell me about your business. They'd be like, who are you? But anyway, you're supposed to have a plushie. If you want to have a plushie of your Sona, just go on Etsy and pay somebody an actual living wage to make you 1 or 2 or 5 of your Sona, of your plushie. It seems real weird that people want their other people to have a plushie of their character. Like, I can almost understand the acrylic standee. As much as I don't like plastic, I get it. Because then you can have a little statue where it's like, haha, there's the dude. I like that thing. But it doesn't, the amount of work, like, yes, the person who's making the acrylic standee is also being underpaid, but hopefully not as much in comparison to the kind of work that assembling plush is. But anyway, you need a Minecraft skin. If you play Minecraft, you gotta have a custom Minecraft skin, and there's plenty of people that like to make Minecraft skins and will sell you a Minecraft skin. Oh, as well as the acrylic standee, you gotta have a keychain, especially one of those keychains that looks like an Instagram post, but it has like your character in the corner, so that way you can like hold it up to whatever and it looks like your character is wherever you're holding the keychain up to. You gotta have a cosplay of your character. You gotta have a cosplay of them. You gotta have stickers. You gotta sell stickers. You gotta have a wall scroll and a wallpaper engine wallpaper. Oh man, we got ads and I don't want to bother with ads, so we'll leave the list at this, and I will call it quits, so that way you don't have to watch the ads. I ain't raiding out because I'm lazy. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Something like that. I don't know. But yeah, it's been a good week of Jessica Pixel, I suppose. Good Jessica Pixel week. We'll be back here next week. I'm not sure yet. I haven't put the schedule together yet. So I'm not 100% sure what days. But we should at least be here Monday. We'll at least be here Monday. Mondays at 3. Only on Twitch. Alright. So thanks for hanging out again this morning. We will see y'all in the metaverse. Have a great day. Bye.